Okay. Should be back. Sorry about that, chat. So we're gonna have to speed run most likely because did not save. I don't know why my computer decided to have a Knipsum in that moment in time, but we're back. I am very sorry about that, chat. Okay. Let's load the file. So yeah, we're gonna have to speed run back to where we were, of course. So yeah, we're gonna just do the audit. No general clue. My computer just said no. So yeah, I've got to do. So yeah, we're just gonna have to speed run through my decisions until we get to at least the one where I'm with Cove. The I like, did you like it kind of deal. I really do not know what generally happened. Computer just said no. That was my gotten out. Put it on. That.
Don't worry about it.
We did. She'll be back. This is where we're just speedrunning chat. Amuse. What's the problem, Cove? Maybe.
That's
Things don't have to be different. You want to try it again? Kiss him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This reaction is really cute. Okay. We're going to stop the skip. Because we're about where we were. Did you like it? This is where we should be, chat. Let's hope my computer does not decide to have a freak out again. With that anxiously not working, he covered his face, at last bringing the hand to lay against his chest. And look at you. Yeah. He opened his mouth, poised to speak and pursue. His lips as words fall on him. His third or fourth attempt. Do y'all kiss? Yes. If you do watch the other portion of the stream, the before we had the issue. Heck, I think Twitch saying I should be still live over on Twitch. I'll double check. No. But yeah, no, like if you do go back to that portion of the stream, like the other stream, before my computer decided to say, yeah, no, we're not having this. Yeah, no, we did kiss. I did like it. I'm glad that we, you know. He swallowed, seeming not able to speak the actual words. You could relate. It was really embarrassing to say out loud. You grinned, thrilled at the experience that had been welcome once. The smile on Cove's face was real but weary, not like the one he wore after a long and exhausting day of activity. Like when he made a new personal best. The work has been hard, but the reward has been worth it. With some found confidence, he drew himself up as he inhaled deeply, each word he spoke next to his delicacy. Dawn, I like you. A lot. Probably way too much. Cove, you're admitting that you like a fox boy. He tucked his head bashfully and opened an eye, peeking at you thoughtfully. The hair had fallen over his face like a veil. He managed to smile.
Thanks for waiting for me.
Thanks for waiting for me. His eyes sparkled just looking at you. His affection transparently clear. He never could hide what he was feeling, and you could be more graceful for that day. Hugged him. I like you too. Took a deep sigh. I like you even more. Let's get him even more blushing mess. Cole squeaked out a nervous giggle. He curled his hand into a loose fist and bashed the knuckles idly against his cheek. Words evade him as he opened his mouth and closed it again. I don't... He gave up on the sentence, instead just smiling again. Did something happen over on Twitch? Did Twitch stop working for a hot second on my end? Or is it just... Or is Stream Elementals just being like, here, we're just gonna do it twice. From the looks of it, it's just doing that twice. Damn it, Stream Elementals, I don't need this right now. He gave up on finishing the sentence, instead just smiled. He rubbed his eyes and with the heel of his hand. It had position and action actually reversed for much later in the day, but at this point, it already felt like a long day. Cole pressed a hand to his crease in the forehead. Crazy lol.
Oh my god.
Does this mean I'm your boyfriend or something now? Should we tell our parents? I don't know what dad or mom would do. Gove's already worrying about this. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger so I don't lose it. Okay, chat, I'm back. Where were we? There were a lot of concerns in there. You hone in on the simplest. There was no way your moms would let you have a boyfriend, even though that would check post with Cove's name. Post with Cove's name made your heart race. I bet someone's gonna do fan art. Hey, again, fan art is welcome. I would love to having a 13-year-old me and 13-year-old Cove here. Fan art. Mine neither. It's not fair. Wish we were older. It's okay. It doesn't matter though. We like each other then. What's important. Honestly, it doesn't matter. We like each other and that's what matters. Nobody else thought about your relationship changing what it was between you two. Cove lifted his head from his chest and reached towards you, holding halfway, then softly, cautiously hooked his finger around yours, his palm pressed against the back of your hand. Honestly, I'll hold his hand back too. You rotate your hand So that's so that you were palm to palm with Cove, your thumbs crossing one another. We can get it to work. We always figure things out sooner or later. Your yellow eyes. Your yellow. It says yellow, but I'm going to state this. Your yellow and green eyes locked into his. With his. And said the words that your smiling mouth couldn't. His eyes widened. The message received. He returned the smile eagerly. His grip on your hand tightened. Don Cove! Mom, don't ruin the moment! The sudden call from downstairs caught you both unaware. You nearly forgot about the outside. Forgotten the world outside your room. From the guilty looks on his face, Cove had done the same. Damn it, Cove. Just had a call. Cove's mom's ready to go. If you're quick, she might keep the matron motherly smothering to a minimum. You doubt that. But it was nice that Mom and Mrs. Priest had their strange sense of humor in common. Your eyes met Cove wordlessly. You headed downstairs together. Each step on the way was painfully slow, like he was trying to delay the inevitable. His whole body tense leaving the house, and Cove froze all together before you could cross the street. Cove, don't flake on me now.
Oh.
The door's open. Dad must be taking her stuff out. He swallowed hard. She's really going to leave. You smiled at him, reassuring. You gave his back a pat. You rest an arm around his arm. This isn't the last time you'll ever see her. Honestly, hey, if we're newly boyfriends, I gotta reassure that, yeah, I'll rest my arm on his arm. You felt a small shiver ripple through his body as the warmth from your hand sank in. Cove looked at you like he was hoping you had a solution for how he was feeling, and all you could was give him an arm squeeze for support. At that, something conflict worry on his face eased a bit. Together, you went across the street inside his house, finding his parents in the living room, surrounded by his mom's packed things. I keep forgetting how Cliff looked, but he is also blocked by chat. Cove's dad, my word. Again, he is a fine specimen. But I'm glad Cove's the main love interest. Hey, kids. Good thing. Good timing. I just called the taxi.
Hi.
Hi, and hi, Don. So glad to see you today. It was fabulous getting to know you this summer. Cove has like the best two looking parents, which I find awesome. They really said if Cove is going to be the main love interest, let's make his parents hot. It's what they literally said. I finally got to put a face to the name I've heard so many times. Oh, that's a callback from the very beginning. She winked and Cove pouted on cue over the teasing. Really happy I got to meet you too. Hope you had a good time visiting. Bye. Didn't say anything in response. Honestly, I'm glad to meet Kara. I'm glad I got to meet Cove's mom. So yeah, I'm happy to meet you too. Hopefully it won't be too long before we see each other again. Nodding, Kara turned her attention back to her boys. She patted Cliff on the arm with a warm smile, and then she envelops Cove in a crushing hug. Instantly, Cove squirmed to break free from her grasp, but his mom was unfazed and kept him locked in place. Heartbeats later, he gave in and hugged her back tightly.
I'm so glad.
I'm so happy the trip was a success. Yeah, after really rooting Cove and Kara's whole deal of like early in the summer, Cliff looked like he was bursting with pride. Well, not a 100% success, but still a passing grade, I think. I typed something, it didn't show on the screen. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's a passing grade, Cliff. It's a passing grade. Think back on everything that happened this summer. He started to look sheepish. Cliff scratched the side of his head, and an awkward chuckle escaped Cove. There were ways it could have gone smoother. I'm still keeping that in mind for the future.
All right.
Good. Good for you, Cliff. I will be trying harder to stay more in the loop. You watched as Cove smile softly at both his parents, and you felt relieved seeing how much the whole family had come together since you first met them. This is, if they weren't divorced parents, I would say this is the picture perfect family right here. Despite any underlying troubles, love was still there. After that, it wasn't long before the taxi arrived, rolling up in front of the house. In clear view of the open door, Kara stood up, smiling sadly. Well, that's my ride. I say Cove's dad is hot AF. I know. And okay, let's not also forget about his mother. His mother is good looking for like, I think her mid-30s. Like, she looks like she's 20. Girl is good. Yeah. No, not the boys being sad. We got sad boys now. The matching reply got a chuckle out of Kara. As you all filed out of the house, father and son went with Kara's bags in hand. Once outside, you spotted your family waiting by the street, and you were surprised Derek was also with them. He stood uncomfortably, and he waved as soon as you noticed him.
What's up?
Hi, Don. Hi. Hey, Cove. Yeah, lol. When did you get here? My dad dropped me off just a little bit ago. Thought I could come visit once more time before school started. Sorry. You picked a busy time. Sorry. Derek couldn't even look at Cove. He nervously kept rolling a pebble with the bottom of his shoe.
Sorry.
I wasn't even thinking that your mom would be leaving today. I'm sorry, dude. What? You're not interrupting anything. You're always welcome here. It would have been sad if I didn't get to say goodbye before leaving. I think so too. Hey, Derek's being appreciated here. It was apparent Derek would have preferred to have gotten there a bit more opportune moments. He never liked seeing impolite, but their reassuring words moved his worries. The tension he was holding in his body lessened, and he looked like he was feeling much more like himself. Goodbye, Derek. It was fun getting to know you. Bye, ma'am. Uh, is there anything I can do to help?
Nah.
Okay, now it's Cove's mom being covered by Chat, and Cove's dad gets to stand away from Chat. Nah, don't worry yourself over that. We're just about set. In that short amount of time, Cliff had gathered and packed the bags into the trunk. Kara took one last look at everyone and sighed. All right, I don't want to keep the driver waiting. It's time to head out. The little crowd had formed around, started their choirs of farewells and well wishes traveling. But Kara still made no move to get into the taxi as she placed her attention to Cove. Kara, you said okay, there's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. Not a huge one, but saying that you get going and then never get going. I'm guilty of doing that too, and I'm trying to do it. But if it's like, if you say need to go, then go. I will call when I get to the airport and when I make it to Nevada. Okay, my question is, why would you need an airport? Isn't, like, I can probably understand if it's like the further portion of Nevada. It also depends where Sunset Bird is on California, because we're technically set in California. And by technicality, we're on the coast. So we're literally on the coast of California. Why would you need an airport? Also, you could better call the moment you walk in the door at home. Otherwise, we'll be wondering all night if you got into trouble on the way there.
Can do.
I can do that. And could you call it tomorrow too? So I can tell you how school went. Ko is being the awesome son he should be, as he should be. Of course, I want to hear all about it. Kara put a hand on Ko's head and affectionately ruffled his hair one last time. She then let go, only to move into squeezing his cheeks in her hands instead. Mom!
Ko.
I love you so much, baby. He was chuckling by the time she freed him and rounded things off with a small tap to the tip of his nose. Cove rubbed his face with a grin. Oh, this family, I can't. Finally, she walked to the car while waving and looked at her seat in the taxi. Oh, gee, sorry, chat. Cliff took an arm around Ko's shoulder and kept him close, beginning to pull away. For a moment, Ko looked up at his dad and then wrapped an arm across his back.
Bye.
Bye, Mom. Bye, safe travels. Kara rolled down the window and stuck her head out of it. She waved again while blowing kisses at Cove and Cliff. See you again! Before she was out of sight, you decide to called with your family and her. Honestly, I will do a call out as well. She's honestly became part of this family. Like, she's not only a part of this family on screen, but she's also became kind of part of my character's family in this universe, most likely. As you added your voice to the others, you watch Kira's smile growing larger. The cab turned down the road and completely disappeared from view. Cove let go of his dad and took a step out to the empty street, still looking in the direction his mom went. He smiled, quietly deep in thought. You got the impression Cove was feeling better than he was earlier. He was finally content with the way things were. Oh, hello, Mother. You chummed a bit when your mom pulled a hand on your shoulder, pulling you away from your thoughts. She smiled at you. She smiled when you looked at her. This was a great vacation, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. Not in agreement. You shrug. I don't know. Summer isn't over until the second I fall asleep. Honestly, I would not in agreement. Yeah, it was a good one. Cove walked back over to the group, still genuinely happy. Derek grinned at him welcomingly, and everyone else there smiled at him, even Elizabeth. Well? Ma clapped her hands together, bringing everyone's attention back to the present. It's almost lunchtime. I think I'll put something special together. Oh my gosh, and everyone lunch? Her eyes sparkled with a plan, and Mom smiled. I bet you could use some help with that. That would be absolutely wonderful. Derek glanced between the two, his brows furrowed. Is there something I can do? The mob exchanged a fond expression. Ma shook her head.
How sweet.
That's very sweet, Derek, but it's all right. Man, Derek just wants to be a little helpful guy. It's not your job. Technically, your dad left you under Cliff's watch. You're meant to be taken care of by him, not doing chores for the neighbors. Mom laughed at a little over her own joke. You watched Derek look away, discouraged.
It's okay.
It's okay. I don't mind. What is the computer?